What's going on, guys? Here to talk to you a little bit about my 2021 Chevy Trail Boss LT 5.3 liter engine. I know there's a lot of pages already out here like Lone Star Hawaiian and LMFS that also go over their trail bosses. I hope to make this page a little different for you guys. It's my first time ever making any type of YouTube video, so bear with me as I work through learning how to entertain you guys and how to help you guys out with working on your truck and coming up with some ideas for your own modifications. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what you like, what you don't like, things you have done to your truck that may be different than mine that might work better. I'm open to all suggestions. But I'm going to go over my truck a little bit here today and talk about its features for one, the mods that I've done. I'm really big on personalization as well, so not just performance mods but also the interior, making it what I want as far as luxury goes and adding the features I like as far as getting rid of wood grain, chrome, etc. So let me flip this camera around here. What's going on, guys? My name is Greg. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my Chevy Trail Boss. Like I said a moment ago, this is my 2021 Silverado Trail Boss in the background. Goes by Big Blue according to my 7-year-old daughter. I prefer blue_boss21 on Instagram. A lot of you probably follow me already on there, but feel free to give me a follow on here as well. Let's get into my truck and I'll show you some of the things that I've done to it inside and out, and let me know what you think.
Feels like summer, and it feels like summer. Feels like summer, and it feels like summer.
So for the exterior of my truck, I've done quite a bit. I started out on top here with the Back Industries Backflip MX4 hard top trifold tonneau cover. Sits almost flush with the bed rails, which is what I was looking for, and I went with the hard top versus the soft top because it keeps my stuff secure inside and people can't break into it. Each one of these joints here locks individually, which is awesome. Somebody makes it harder to pry open. I'm sure it can be done, but be pretty difficult to do so. The way it works here is there's these cables underneath, and you can pull at them and they just fold. Each joint, like I said, has a different cable to lock. In the very back there you can see the drainage tubes. I haven't had any issues with water. It's a little dirty in here. I was hauling some stuff from the cottage not too long ago, but other than that, I mean, no dirt, no water, nothing gets in here. It's pretty clean. It also holds up to 400 pounds on top. I know it makes it easier for me whenever I get on top to clean the roof. I just climb right on top of the bad boy and I'm good to go. Let's just work our way around here. I replaced the silver and red Trail Boss emblems here. My wife had a blast doing that. She loves following those feeling videos on Instagram and on Reddit and you name it, and just so satisfying for her. So I let her peel them off, and we just framed the old ones in, peeled them off, scrubbed them down with some alcohol, sprayed some Windex on, and boom, put the new one over top, squeegeed it on, and the rest is history. Sits nice and clean on there. I like the matte black sitting on top of the blue. Can't really see it from far away, which is cool, but then you come up on it and it stands out. Coming around this way, I tinted the windows to match the rear. Shouldn't say I did, I took it in to get tinted. I'm going to take it in again at a later date to get fixed. It's not the best. There's some bubbles throughout that I don't care for. So hopefully next guy can do a better job. Pulled apart the door handles. Pretty easy to do here. So what I did is I got in this little button. I popped that out with an interior tool. Take a little screwdriver in there. As you're pulling on the door handle, it pops out. You separate the front piece from the back, and I just popped the button out, wrapped it in vinyl myself. Little heat gun action, and boom, I was done. That might have taken me 10 minutes at most, maybe 20 per door handle, but it's held up pretty well. It's been pretty warm up here in Michigan, and as you see, it sits there like it was meant to be there. It's no real bubbling, no inconsistencies with it. Moving to the front fender here, I also framed in and removed the old Z71 emblems and put on the matte black emblems that I found on Amazon. Again, that matches the bed side back there, so I love it. And then coming down to the wheel, still some work to do. I'll probably get a lot of comments in the comments below because I'm lagging on the lug nuts. I was focused on performance this entire time. I got my black wheel locks and my black center caps, which look great, but I still got to get those lug nuts in. I'll be ordering those here shortly from 404parts.com. Working our way around to the front. First thing I did, I changed out the Z71 in the lower driver's side portion of the grille. That matched the Z71 emblem that was on the fender. So I put in the matte black there. And then I got another emblem online off of eBay. I know I get a lot of comments on Instagram. Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? eBay. I found this on eBay. All black. I didn't paint it. I didn't plasti dip it. It's just a completely new emblem. I still have the old one. I'll probably hang that up in my garage or something cool whenever I move. Got the shorty antenna. Got the little nub. Doesn't bend, or I don't have to worry about it bending and breaking. It's very flexible. I don't take this thing through car washes anyway, but I think it looks cleaner. Looks nicer than the long stock antenna that they have on there. So yeah, that's the exterior. Chrome delete, almost done. So that's for the outside of my truck. As you see right behind me, the lug nuts, that's all I have left to do as far as deleting the chrome. I can't stand it personally, just not my taste. I know it looks good on some trucks, I just don't think it would look good on mine. But chrome delete is almost done. and then I'll take you on the inside and show you what I've knocked out in there. So as you see, the door panel, I redid the whole piece right here. This used to be like almost like a wood grain plastic. So I wrapped it in carbon fiber, and then the chrome trim right there, I sanded it down, lightly sanded it down, just to rough it up just enough, and sprayed it with a matte black. I also sprayed over the carbon fiber to give it a hint darker of a look. Don't mind the dirtiness of the interior. It's actually not too bad right now, but I do have a German Shepherd mix. Actually, a Carolina dog, is she's better known as. So there's tons of dog hair. No matter what I do, can't get rid of it. But she's my best friend, so gotta let her tag along from time to time. I did all the interior pieces the same way. You can see on the opposite door and also on the center console here. And speaking of the center console, I swapped out the stock center console for the wireless charging center console that comes in the High Countries and the LTZs. I thought that was a necessity for me, being that I have the wireless Apple CarPlay. It only made sense to have the wireless charging as well. Also, in my center console, I changed up a little bit by adding a tray here. Found it on Amazon. I think it was like 12 bucks, but I don't know why these trucks don't come with them stock. Got a little divider under there. Let me tip it down here so you can see. A little divider down there to where I can easily organize all my junk in there. As you see, I have a lot of it. But the interior, that's really it. I tinted out the windows. I did 20% in the front 2 windows. And that was it. I got to get them retinted. The guy that did it, no offense to him, but it's not the best. You can see some bubbles in there if you look hard enough, and I'm not happy with it, but it's got me by this far. Truck's about 3 months old, and I have, let's see here, 6,228 miles to be exact on it. So I drive this thing quite a bit, and I have fun with it. Take it everywhere I go, all the way up to Traverse City, Michigan, down to Pittsburgh, Indiana, you name it. I try to head all over the place, and pretty soon here I'll be moving and taking it to a new place. But I'll be continuing this as I go. So what do you guys think? You ready to see the performance? Because that's the fun part, and I enjoy maximizing my performance, getting better fuel economy while increasing the horses and the torque as well. I haven't done anything too crazy, and honestly, everything that I've shown you this far, minus the windows, has been all by myself. As far as the exhaust tips, the interior trims, trim pieces, the emblems, everything has all been by myself, and I am not a professional mechanic by any means. I just do this as my hobby. I do this as just free, or during my free time. I enjoy it. So this is very easy to do, very do-it-yourself, very starter friendly or beginner friendly. So by all means, let's get started on that performance. Under the hood, guys. Lots of fun stuff going on under here that I've done. All do-it-yourself stuff. Didn't get any professional help. I'm not a professional mechanic, and I'll say that over and over and over again. I'm not a professional. I know what I'm doing. I've done all this stuff before on previous vehicles, but very easy, very doable. Do it yourself. You don't have to worry about anything that's too difficult, anything that you don't need, 10mm socket for, screwdriver for, etc. It's all very easy, plug and play. So what I did first is I added the throttle body spacer there. It's actually rifled on the inside. The whole purpose of that is you have all your air coming through, but the rifling, it speeds it up and it spins it into the manifold. Then I added my cold air intake along with my JLT Performance oil catch can. cold air intake is from Cold Air Inductions. I love these things. They're awesome. The cold air intake really adds some nice torque and some horsepower. Sounds awesome too. You can hear the suck, the funnel through of the air as you push onto the throttle. So now that I got colder air coming in, I got it speeding up through the throttle body spacer there. I have the oil catch can as a preventative maintenance. It doesn't add any power or anything crazy. It's more preventative maintenance. And then over here on this side, I have my Pulsar LT. So that thing is awesome. It's my favorite modification so far, just because of everything that it does. It allows me to change the AFM, the auto stop feature, whenever I come to stop signs and street lights. I can shut that off. It also allows me to shut off the DFM, the dynamic fuel management system, which keeps my truck at 8 cylinders at all time. So the DFM, the whole purpose of it is it rotates between 17 different variations of usage of the cylinder. So running at 8 cylinders all the time, I don't have to worry about uneven wear and tear on my engine. Runs a lot smoother, sounds a lot better. Yeah, can't beat it. Can't beat it. Then right here on the front, I got the Stillen Ram Air Intake. So as you see here in the front, I don't know if it'll be easy to see or not. There's an actual funnel in there. It comes down and it cuts off, and it's actually hard all the way through the bottom. Air no longer comes all the way from the bottom of the grill. It is vacuum sealed with the stock fitting that was on the previous fitting on here. And then air just goes right through into the cold air intake. Pretty simple. I didn't mention also the Pulsar allows you to change throttle sensitivity settings. It allows you to change tire pressure settings, tire size. I mean, this thing, you can't beat it. It's well worth the money. Highly recommend getting one for your truck. It's available for both 5.3 and the 6.2 in the Trail Bosses, so 100% recommend this, or any Silverado for that matter. Definitely recommend that for your truck. And then lastly, I did a muffler delete. Not going to be able to see, I'm not going to crawl under here, but as you see, it has a nice rumble to it. Sounds phenomenal. Not too loud, but nice and deep. Actually sounds like a V8 now compared to whenever it was stock and it was more of like a Prius. It was just super quiet, way too quiet for any V8, for a truck, you name it. So yeah, that's been my the fun that I've had performance wise. I've gained some horsepower, some torque. I haven't dynoed it. I'd be curious to see what it was before and after, especially for each individual part. It's gonna be too late for that now. But I've added some torque, some horsepower, as I said, and increased my fuel economy. I'm getting roughly 18 to 20 miles per gallon between city and highway from doing 20 to 30 minutes of driving to and from work each way. So it's not too bad, but all in all, I couldn't be happier with this truck. I love it. As you can tell, there's not that much engine noise, there's not that much muffler noise or anything, exhaust noise. on the interior. I'm just cruising around a parking lot right now, but as you'll hear in a bit, you can notice it sounds really good, nice and smooth. This is just a muffler delete. I'm only doing that temporarily before I get the long tube headers and the full catback exhaust system that I really want. So in the meantime, it does its job, makes it sound like a V8 as I just mentioned. And yeah, runs nice and smooth too. Let me show you some of my fuel economy options here. So as you see there, 25.2 is my best. Average right now is 11.3. It's because we were just sitting in a parking lot letting it run as I was showing you everything on my truck. But runs great, feels great. 25.2 in a truck over 25 miles isn't bad. 20.7 over 50 miles. It's pretty good too. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sure I could get better too. As you see, I'm in a lot of stop and go traffic. So that's never any good for the fuel economy. And then on the 400, 18 is my best. But again, a lot of traveling, a lot of city traffic. Highway, I guarantee I could get that thing above 24. Cruise control at, say, 75, 80 miles per hour on a long distance trip, I could probably get that, no problem. But yeah, love the truck, love everything that it has to offer. Feels good, it's got that power that I need. It allows me to haul anything that I need to haul and so on. So please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting more videos here in the future. Let me know what you want to see. I'll be touching up on individual parts if you want me to. I can talk about installation processes. I could talk about before and after with the pulsar settings, maybe the throttle sensitivity settings. I can go over my favorite on those as well. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And then also give me a follow on Instagram. I'm very active on there. I interact. I respond to people fairly quickly as well on there. Again, that's at blue_boss21 on Instagram. So give me a like there, and look forward to getting to know you guys and helping out. So take care, guys.